I know it's probably something similar to what we spoke about after the Leicester game, but a 7-point lead at the top. Do you feel that brings a little bit more pressure and the expectations change at this stage of the season? We're almost at the halfway stage.
No, you're sitting in front of the Liverpool manager. So there's always pressure at this club. If we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the table, if you work at a big club like Liverpool, there's always the pressure. And I think last season, halfway through the season, were they also number 1? I think they were last season. Yeah. So it's not so strange for a club like us to be on top of the league, but it is. We know how many good teams there are in this league, and they are able to win almost every game as well. So there's no extra pressure. There's always pressure if you work at a club like Liverpool.
And your form away from home is fantastic. It's West Ham on Sunday. How do you prepare any differently? It's just here we go again.
No, I think our away form has been good, but maybe it has a bit to do with the teams you face in the first half of the season. So I think mainly we faced the teams, the top half of the table at home, and the other ones we faced away. So that might have something to do with it, but it's we are a strong team away from home and at home as well. So yeah, I don't see any reason why we are stronger there than here. Something we can best judge in the end of the season if we played every team home and away to see what fits us best. But I think we are a difficult team to beat away from home, as in our home games.
You'll be aware that Szoboszlai is suspended, having picked up a yellow card against Leicester. But this is a period where you've probably got to use and utilise the squad more anyway, given the amount of matches.
Yeah, that's what you saw today as well, because I think Szoboszlai was outstanding against Tottenham Hotspur. And the idea and the plan was that he should be outstanding against West Ham, but he's not available, so someone else should be outstanding against West Ham.
Bruce? Tomorrow's 7 years since Virgil signed for the club. I know you've not been there for most of that time, but as a fellow Dutchman, I just wondered how far off his best level do you think he is now, or is this the best level we've seen in a Liverpool shirt from him?
Yeah, that is difficult for me to judge because, like you said, I wasn't here when Virgil was close to winning the Ballon d'Or, for example, and he's been I think a tremendous player, such a great player for Liverpool for so many years. Unfortunately for him, he was out with an injury for almost the whole of the season. That didn't help this football club at all, so that probably tells you how big of an impact he has had here at this club. I can only tell you what my experiences are with him, and he's been not only for what you see, because you see him during the game, and he's outstanding during the game, but he has such a big impact in training session as well. He's the focal leader of this team. Every time we start an exercise, he's every time on top of his teammates, and he leads by example. So for me, he's been outstanding till now, and we can only hope he can continue showing this during the games and in the training sessions as long as he's with us.
Arne, just ask this question because it's obviously your last home game before the 1st of January, when with the contract 3 things can happen from that date. Are you expecting anything momentous or significant to change from then or on that date?
If we would, then probably it's not the moment for me to tell you now, but in general I don't talk about contract situations here, and it would be a surprise if I was the one to announce that one of them have extended. So I think that's in a different moment, but just keep asking because that's your job, but you're probably not going to get an answer from me. But it's clear that from the 1st of January, maybe for you guys things change a lot, but they are in constant talks with the club, and let's wait and see what happens. As long as they keep performing like this, the manager or the head coach, I have to say, is happy with them.
Mark, you mentioned injuries and suspensions. It looks like West Ham might be without all 3 central midfielders who started against Southampton. Rodriguez, Socek suspended, Carlos Soler went up injured. You faced Mohamed Kudus a lot when he was at Ajax. Do you think there's a chance you may line up in central midfield, and how good a player do you believe you can be?
I think he's a good player, that's for sure. Everybody sees this. He can play multiple positions. I think he played here for Ajax against Liverpool as a 9 as well. So he's a big threat for them. They have many players. I think they've signed also many players during the summer. So even if 3 midfielders are out, I don't think they have to play under 21 players. They are still able to play players they brought in for many millions. So yeah, that's the Premier League. They all have, not only us or Chelsea. It's for a lot of clubs have so many good players. We, although were the one when I didn't play my starters, we used our 21 players. That is part of our identity, and that's what makes this club special, I think, as well.
Last couple, Will and Paul.
Just on Jota, he's made 4 substitute appearances since he's come back from injury. Is he ready to start yet, or are you still managing his fitness?
I think the last thing for sure, we're still managing his fitness. He's been out for quite a long time and he couldn't train that much. So sometimes if a player has an injury, he can do a lot, but he couldn't do a lot for quite a long time. And yeah, since this league is so intense, it's not so easy if you're almost 2 months out to come in and play from the start again. You need to have some minutes to build this up. And he is in competition with some other special players as well who are at this moment also on top of their game, and he's gradually building it up, and I think he comes close to start again, but like I said, he has competition in this position as well.
Last one, Paul.
Do you think Konate or Bradley will be back for Manchester United?
They will not be back for West Ham United, but then there's a week in between, so let's see how close they are then. But it's difficult for me to tell you at this moment because they don't train with the group yet. But hopefully in the upcoming days they come closer to that situation. And then again, Ibu has been out then for 5-6 weeks maybe. Connor even longer. I don't know. No, just as long I think, same amount. And also for them, they're in competition with players that are completely fit and are doing really well. So I have to make the right judgment the moment they are back with the team.